Mr. Gerald Giam has 4 points, or arguments rather. He uses some, the honourable member uses some, and here I speak through you, Mr. Speaker, sir. The honourable member has some reservations about some members of boards and committees who may not be in full integrity of the role they occupy on the board given their other occupations. Also, Mr. Giam's view is that Mr. Tharman should be focused predominantly on inclusivity, arts and sports, and provide undivided attention to some of the declared objectives while he was on campaign. But there is no divided attention. Isn't arts, sports, inclusivity also a global goal? Ought not Singapore to be seen at boards and international meetings and conferences promoting this global ideal? Where is the undivided attention? If anything, there's economies of scale of attention to put forward this value. Mr. Giam also says, the cabinet can say what he can't say, but it doesn't say that the cabinet has to dictate what he has to say beyond what he can't. And therefore, there is free play. And we all know President Tharman, or most of us would know President Tharman as a man of his own thinking and deep integrity to his values. So I don't agree with the positions taken by my honourable member, fellow member, Mr. Gerald Giam.
I thank the member, Mr. De Souza, for responding to my speech. I think Mr. De Souza is making a straw man argument. He's implying that the WP does not think our president and ministers should sit on international boards. This is not what I said. What I did say is, I accept that the president may sometimes take up roles in international organizations in his official capacity in order to advance Singapore's international standing and advance our national interests. We have no issue with him taking up these roles in his official capacity. What we disagree with him is taking up these roles in his private capacity. I think Mr. De Souza has not addressed that in his speech. In fact, the DPM already clarified that these international organizations are happy to have our president and ministers in their official capacity, so I don't see what the issue is. Mr. De Souza himself said in his speech that Mr. Tharman has a mind of his own. I just paraphrase him. He said, but Mr. Tharman has been on these boards in his official capacity all this time. DPM Wong has confirmed that all these positions that he's currently on are in his official capacity. And he's been speaking his mind all this time. So what is wrong with that?
The honourable member, Associate Professor Jamus Lim, talked about some element of retrospectivity and raised Article 11. I don't have Article 11 with me here now, but Article 11 actually talks about criminal offences. And therefore, it is not strictly speaking relevant to what we are debating today. So what we are doing today is not incoherent with the Constitution.
Let me start by clarifying that my citation of Articles 9 on due process as well as Article 11 on retroactivity was to say that I actually did not believe, and I quote myself, that there was any incoherence between the bill itself and the Constitution. So let me first put that on the record. Now, but if I heard Mr. De Souza correctly, he suggests that one impetus for this bill is that it was to accommodate potentially the concerns of these international organizations about the independence of our potential representatives were we to send them to there. But perhaps I should ask the question, what does it say about us as a nation, as a sovereign nation, if we are amending the highest law of the land just so that we can potentially appease the desires of international organizations?